This, the burning bush, I love that. Alright, well this is the remnants of the smelting operation. Well, there's a, looks like there's a foundation over here. Actually, right here there's a foundation too.
It's a basement on the other one.
There's a crawl space.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying that, correcting you. But I believe that up there is a foundation for, I remember when we were out here before, isn't that there the big arch or something that you can walk into or something? At the base of it?
I forget, it's been a while.
And if I remember, there's a section up here when we get in a little bit further that is, it's like driving through the remains of a small town, like at Main Street, remember?
Yeah.
I don't mean there'll be buildings.
Hunting, not hunting, but shooting range or something. Get all that shit up there, it was like a big shooting.
Damn, this has certainly grown over.
See that?
Oh yeah. Do you want to get out or? I'll go a little bit further.
I don't think I want to go down in there. I don't know if I can get it back out.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm not going to be jumping.
We got the,
Maybe there's all those little funny things.
we got the spelunking equipment here.
The what?
Spelunking or splunking or whatever the hell it's called. You go down the steps here. Can you imagine how many times people, whatever this was,
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
it was either used extensively
Yeah.
or it was hardly used at all. But it certainly is, it almost smells like still the remnants of the slag and stuff, but I don't think that there was ever anything here. And then the rebar, or the reinforcing bars that were used, it's amazing that the size of the aggregate and then the way that it was all tied together. And all of this, I'm sure there were machines that mixed it. But can you imagine the labor that was involved in having to shovel all that stuff in?
Yeah.
And then when you can see like where the form boards were, or the 2x6s or 8s or whatever they used. All of this had to be nailed together. And then see these are, it looks like somebody took a grinder to it. Yeah, they did. Why, I wonder.
Yeah.
You know, even if this thing was made back in the, let's just say the 70s, it's still as quiet as it is out here. But the way the things were set in for like a door jamb or some other piece to rest here. And I bet you that there wasn't a whole lot of permitting
Oh God, no.
and certainly no environmental studies that were done. It was pretty much, hey, you want to create some jobs, you want to put some effort into doing some things, so here you go. But again, just even today, the utter isolation that is out here. It is surprising, this thing too. Think of the time it took to build this, let alone to pour it. Ow! And what's funny is you can see the way not funny, haha, but to look back and see the impressions of the timbers or boards that were used to make this form for the overall finished sizing. And again, the aggregate that was used. This looks like just rock that was obviously quarried from right here or picked up off the ground. I don't think there's anything. And in this, I don't know whether this was for the air. It doesn't look like there would be any slag that came out of there. I wonder if this is for the air. Again, you can see people out there, or places out there, but as far as what this was back in its day, I don't know. And things like this bolt, or these anchor bolts. I know probably a lot of people don't even think about it, and the few that do probably really aren't as interested in it as probably I am, but you look at the way things are secured in. That bolt is inside a pipe. And then you've got that rather large rock, like I said, the aggregate that they used here, and then the sand along with cement. But it's interesting to see, or to have seen, how this was actually, what the thinking was. Whether the pipe is connected somehow to the rebar inside, or if it was built so that it could be replaced at a future date if something happened. But it just it's funny how the amount of time and effort that went into building this. Like this ledge, for example. It looks like it's about the same height or same level as what this is, but what's that here? And then better yet, what was on top of that? I don't know. And then we saw those things there with steel, these anchor bolts into the in a pipe that was then anchored through the concrete, but yet this one and several more like it aren't. I don't remember it being
there's
so.
been tons of people out here since.
Well, like that pile of stuff there. I don't remember it being like that. Do you?
No.
This right here. See, I remember that up there. God, I remember that up there being. No, I remember it being much further away than what obviously it is. This had to be one hell of an operation, because this is all slag. Well, that's the hood of the truck, but this is all slag. My God. Be like Dan Bell. I just drive right up to the fucking thing. Why bother walking? But see all the slag that's down there further?
Oh yeah.
I apologize about the unsteadiness of the video here, but damn.
That's pretty rough.
You know, this is funny to think that in a large part, a lot of what we're driving on right now is glass to a certain extent.
HEVs have gone up and down one. They need a little road right there.
I'm gonna stop right here because I don't know what that edge it looks like.
Yeah.
So I'll go walk on it. See what we mean about the You think that this is now basically rock or glass, but at one point it was hot enough that it actually poured like liquid. Like liquid. As liquid. This would be a time to have a drone. And this right here is what we got caught in a few years ago. Not this particular thing, but what you think is solid can actually be eroded away underneath. And while this one may not be horribly, hideously bad, you get someone's big butt like me, or the weight of a vehicle on it, it can give away unexpectedly. Bear with me 1 second, people. Here we are at the end of that pile, and I'm hoping to get across here. But you can still see, as I get in the shadow, a lot of the copper that was left in the slag, and a lot of the what I've talked about, how it, as hot as it got, or as hot as they got it to render the mineral out of it, and yet what was left is basically for, I'm not saying it's 100% glass, but it's probably more glass than anything that we've got. And again, it just amazes me how isolated everybody, or the people that worked out here, would have been, or were, I should say, not would have been, but were. Even now. And then you got people that come out here, slobs that throw trash. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm certainly not a tree hugger. I think that as a society, as people move and expand, that obviously resources, lumber, fuel, oil need to be used. But at the same time, I don't want to sound so goody two-shoe either, but you would think with the way technology is nowadays that we should be able to recycle damn near anything. If nothing else, just the amount of stuff that we consume, the plastic milk cartons or jugs, cereal boxes, the cellophane that's in the cereal boxes, plastic water bottles for water. I'm not incredibly old, but I can also remember a time when people went out on trips, etc., and you took a canteen of water, and there wasn't this constant need or concern for being hydrated all the time either. So that's a nice marketing ploy. I'm gonna see when we go back up. I'm gonna see if I can't get up and get that. I think there used to be a rail bed up there. So hold on. All right, come a little further down and see there again. To think that this was at one point stone that was heated high enough to pour it in after they extracted whatever goodness they wanted. But this up here is another testament to the not only engineering, but back when this was made, there was no way they had GPS or they had laser measurements. They were probably, at best, I would assume, they might have had a water level for some of these small spaces like this in between. But then you also have to consider if there was a gradient that they had to either achieve or maintain, that if they wanted the track to drop a certain height and a certain distance or over a certain distance, then that would have to be considered. But you look right there. Now they might have dug down deeper into the rock. But that looks like it was just poured right on top of the ground. And then you've got this. And not only is it obviously a tunnel. See what I mean about this crap? What asshole would drag all of this out here to just throw it? There's no way anyone could convince me, or anyone with a brain, oh my god, this stuff's still over here too, look at this, that their landfill fees were cheaper than the time and effort to bring this stuff all the way out here. And this is a testament. Sorry guys, I didn't realize it was that hot. This is the inside. Ow, goddamn, that hurt. I hit my head. This is a lot lower in here than I thought it was. But this is, I'm hoping that caught it, that I captured some of the things, but these things like this was all made or carved out of what looks like rock. I don't think this was man-made or poured, I should say. But looking out this way is what we came into. And as I said, like I said, I don't know when the video stopped the last time, so I'll have to obviously take a look at it when I edit this. But my comments were that all this trash, all these broken boxes and used boxes and pieces of broken tile that have been taken all the way out here and dumped, there is no way at all someone is going to convince me that it was cheaper to come out and deface nature than to take this to a landfill. And here is something that you hopefully wouldn't find in today's construction, is that the form was left right in place. And by the looks of it, it doesn't look like it's much more than maybe 3/4. It probably was a 1x stock that was used, and as you can see right here, they poured it right over the rock. And whatever stood on this or ran on this, I'm assuming was relatively heavy. It had to be, just the nature of this operation. Don't know what it was, but I'm sure it was heavy. And like I said, if you zoom in there, that is poured right on the ground. Now I don't know for sure. There might be a footing dug down in the middle, and that's just some overflow of the form. But I have a feeling a lot of this was poured right on the ground. And that looks like a star drill that someone would have to hit with a hammer, and then between each turn it would have to be between each hit with a hammer, it would have to be hit. And I think I just found the proof that I was looking for, or thinking about. These things here used to be right there. As you can see that one there, there wasn't a lot of footing, because if there was, that wouldn't be looking like that, and those would not be down there. And to illustrate or give a modern day example, when they're building bridges like the one they're putting over the Santa Cruz Wash I guess it's gonna connect Sunset to Silverbell, they go down very, very deep, so that as things happen and the water runs and the river swells and the currents go around, that the pilings, the bridge supports, those big concrete cylinders, continue to hold the bridge up and don't get washed away like what we saw there. We came out to this place, I think we found it in either the spring or fall of '99, and this is the first time that we've been back out here since. And let me tell you, there is a lot of things that have happened out here. The erosion, what I said about people dumping trash, I guess just nature reclaiming what man put into it or changed about it or what have you. But I can tell you that my back and my leg are giving me fits. And like, hey moron, weren't you supposed to be taking it easy? But I have my Vicodin, and the other pills that will get me through, because I don't know how much more of this I'm gonna really be able to be enjoying. So I would like to, if I ever become infirmed, to be able to look back on this and say that this is where we were, and this is what we did, and this is the time that happened. I would still love to find out the name of this place, because there's another, well, actually two things that are out there, footings or whatever they're called. And way off in the distance, I don't know if you can see it or not. This one camera has cooled off enough, and like I said, I don't know where it stopped. It said it got hot, and I'm like, I can't believe it's that hot, but evidently it is. So I looked at the phone, and according to AccuWeather, I think we're at 99 degrees, and there isn't any shade that I have seen around here, or that I can. Being in the shade is not going to get the shots that I'm hankering for. But that being said, I can see why the camera shut off, because about the time that it did, I started getting all kinds of big huge droplets of sweat in my eyes. So I'll try and edit some of these things together. Hopefully I'll be able to make some semblance of it. But I guess we'll let the camera cool off. Thank God the truck will be cool. And we have some nice refreshing, some nice refreshing Fiji water. Probably brought to us by the Coca-Cola or the PepsiCo bottling company in Greater Phoenix, Arizona. I don't know. But stay tuned. I think we're going to go further west, and we'll see. I think we'll probably come out on the west side of the Silver Bell mine. So bear with us, folks.